Good evening and welcome to Eastern Camden County Regional here at the Eastern High Schools. Tonight in the football stadium, the Vikings of Eastern are ready to play host to the Mustangs of Triton. Ready to kick off for Triton will be Ryan Anton. Deep for the Vikings will be Adam Talaferro. Game's about to begin, and there's the kickoff. It's a deep kick down to the left side and goes into the end zone for a touchback, where the Vikings will take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. I'd like to welcome you to our first telecast of the year and hope that you will enjoy all the sports telecasts throughout the season, along with all our other fine program on Channel 18. Off to a quick start here this evening, so without being able to set it up too much for you, we're looking for a tough-fought game here between two teams that are both facing their first games of the season. Type of game where you expect to see a lot of errors early in the game, but we'll see how it shakes out as Andrew Dawson goes under center for the Vikings. A quick handoff up the middle. Carry by Evans, a short gain of about 2 yards, going to be, let's give him 3 yards on the carry. So on the first play from scrimmage, the Vikings gain 3 yards, where it will be 2nd and 7. That's Ed Carter, the fullback for the Vikings, Adam Talaferro, the halfback in the backfield, Andrew Dawson, the quarterback. Talaferro with the carry. Talaferro makes his way forward for a short gain. Gain of about 2, going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Vikings. 3rd and 5 from their 30-yard line. Seems like a passing situation here for the Vikings on this 3rd and 5. Dawson straight back, looks up and hits his receiver on the left side. Number 15, Sharp, for the Vikings with the reception, makes his way forward to a first down. So on the first series of downs for the season for the Vikings, they do make their way forward for a first down. Ball spotted on the 39-yard line of the Vikings, where it will be 1st and 10. Dawson looking sharp on his first pass of the season, standing straight up and finding that receiver on the left side. Dawson down under center. Dawson on the option with the pitch coming out to this side. Missed tackle there, and a nice run forward by number 45, Ed Carter. Ed Carter makes his way forward for a gain of 11 yards and another first down for the Vikings. Andrew Dawson with the keeper coming out to the near side here, and the flip to Carter, good for an 11-yard gain. Clock moving, just under 10 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Handoff to Carter on the left side, breaks off the left side, makes his way forward to what appears to be and is another Vikings first down. So on 2 consecutive carries, Carter has been able to gain over 20 yards for 2 first downs for the Vikings, and the Triton defense is yet to stop the Vikings. Plays being shuttled in from the sidelines under the direction of Coach Larry Ginsberg. Darrell Scott, the flanker, out on the near side. Double T formation. Dawson with the keeper. Dawson making his way off of left tackle, breaks free and breaks free again, breaks another tackle. He's into the open, coming out to the right side, and he is in the end zone. Dawson with a scamper of about 40 yards, a 40-yard scamper for Dawson, puts the Vikings on the scoreboard for the first score of the season, 6-0, as Dawson went 40 yards with that carry with a nice run, breaking off the left tackle on the keeper and just finding his way back to the near side and into the end zone for 6 points. Vikings lining up for the kick, and it is no good. The officials signal no good. The kick attempted there by Jason Kay. The kick appeared to be close, but it was off to the side, and the official signal no good, and we are at a score of 6-0 with 9 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the first quarter. So on that first drive, the Vikings marched completely down the field, never really stopped by the Mustang defense, and made their way all the way into the end zone, which was actually an 80-yard drive, culminated by a run by the quarterback, Andrew Dawson, and a 40-yard run. That score culminated by a 40-yard run, but an 80-yard drive on the first series of downs for the Vikings. Eckmeyer and Santiago deep for the for the Mustangs, as Kay for the Vikings lines up the ball. He will be the kicker here. Officials are ready, and Kay lines up the Vikings, and we will be kicking off to Triton. Kay with a nice high kick. It's taken by number 21, Santiago, on about the 3-yard line. Santiago breaks open, breaks into the clear, breaking tackles, and he's tackled by the kicker, Kay, on the 38-yard line. Let's make that the 33-yard line. The 33-yard line where the Triton Mustangs will take over for their first chance on the offensive side of the football this evening. Quickly out of the huddle, Triton led by quarterback Jim McCullen. McCullen with the quick handoff to number 5, Sean McBride. McBride fights his way forward for a gain of about 4 yards. We'll call it 3 yards. We'll make it a gain of 3, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 7. McCullough for the Triton, a rather good-sized quarterback, checks in at 6'2" and 203 pounds. Jim McCullough under center takes the snap, and a quick handoff to number 44. Number 44, Dominic Tomeo. Tomeo makes his way forward for a gain of about 5 yards. The 5-yard gain is going to bring up 3rd and we'll call it 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 for the Mustangs on their first offensive drive. The ball spotted at the 46-yard line. Let's correct that, 42-yard line. McCall under center, takes the snap, and he's going to keep it off the left side, and he makes it off of the left tackle, dodging a couple of tackles. Tackle made by Andrew Dawson, and number 18 for the Vikings, Darrell Scott, in on the tackle. But the big quarterback for Triton is able to make his way forward for a first down. First and 10 for the Mustangs at the 49-yard line. 7 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this first period. McCullough under center. Quick handoff, the flag is thrown, and it looks like there'll be some motion by Triton prior to the snap. So the officials blow the whistle, and that's what it is. Illegal procedure against the Mustangs is going to cost them 5 yards and bring up 1st and 15 for Triton. First and 15. Ball to 44. McCullough with the keeper on the right side this time. Dances his way around the right side and makes his way forward for a gain of about 5 yards. So he's got the penalty back, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for Triton. Mustangs break from the huddle. McCullough straight back, looking to pass, still looking, and he hits his receiver, and there's no call. The pass falls incomplete, but there is a flag, and that flag initially looks to be holding against Triton. So holding against Triton. We'll see what the Vikings elect to do here. It will bring up 3rd and 11, or they can move it back and keep it 2nd and about 21. So the choice here is being made, and they are looking to the sidelines for the decision, and the officials will mark off the penalty, and that's going to bring the ball all the way.
On the offense, still 2nd.
Okay, as you heard the official there holding on the offense, and that brings the ball back to about the 33-yard line, where it's going to be 2nd and about 26. Definitely a passing situation for the Triton Mustangs as they break from the huddle. Double wide receivers to the right side. McCullough stands up, spins, and is looking, and is going to make his way forward on a run, and he gains about 6 yards. A nice gain, but he's still looking at a long pickup here for the first down. Not the kind of play you think they would settle for, needing 25 yards. But that brings up 3rd and about 21. 3rd and about 21. Coming to the near side, we have a flag thrown. A pass is thrown high and long. It's up for grabs, and it is knocked down by the Viking defender. Looks to be number 18, Darrell Scott. Darrell Scott won the defense there for the Vikings. There is a flag on the play, however. Penalty is against Triton, and they, of course, the Vikings will refuse it, bringing up 4th and 20 for the Mustangs, and obviously punting situation. So the Vikings on the first series of defense have been able to stop the Mustangs and force a punt. So the Vikings will be taking over once again and hoping that they're going to have as much success on the offensive drive the second time around. Dave says, the punter for Triton, back deep. Good snap. The kick is up. It's a high kick, somewhat short, and fielded by, and fumbled by the receiver. It looked like Tellerico with the fumble. Triton players think that they have it. We'll wait for the official call here. Vikings retain possession, and that's Clint Hicks. Clint Hicks, who fell on the ball for the Vikings to help the Vikings remain in possession of the football. So a break early there for the Eastern Vikings as they are able to hold on to the football, and they will begin their second offensive drive of the evening. Dawson on the keeper, same play, and he does pitch. Uh-oh, the pitch is fumbled. The ball's up for grabs, and it appears that the Triton Mustangs have recovered. So Dawson on the move to the near side as he moved down the line, was just about to be tackled, but was able to flip the ball out, but not being able to be handled by the Vikings running back, Adam Teleferri, and the ball falls to the ground and is recovered by the Mustangs. So a break for the Mustangs here as we are still 5 minutes remaining in the first period, and the Mustangs will take over the ball on the 22-yard line, 1st and 10, deep in Vikings territory. So a real break there for the Vikings, for the Mustangs. McCullough with the snap, the quick handoff to his fullback, fights his way forward for a gain of about 3 yards. That's number 44, Tomeo. Tomeo, the carrier for the Mustangs. 2nd and 7. Quick handoff once again to the fullback, straight up the middle. This time the ball carrier was Hurd, Steve Hurd. Excuse me, yes it was. And makes his way forward for a gain of about 3 yards. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 3 for the Mustangs. Snap, number 5 off of right tackle, makes his way forward. What looks to be enough for the first down. That was McBride taking the ball forward for the Mustangs, and enough for a first down. Ball spotted on the just close to the 5-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and goal for the Mustangs. First and goal from the 5. Quick handoff to number 5. Fights his way forward once again. That's McBride. 2 consecutive carries for McBride, and he fights his way forward for a gain of about 3. So the ball's right on the 2-yard line, so we're looking for a 2nd and goal here. Ball spotted on about the 2. The big quarterback McCullen comes out under center. Number 5 again into the end zone, standing up. Sean McBride, 3 successive carries for Sean, the workhorse on that drive, or the end of that drive. So the Triton Mustangs are able to capitalize on a mistake by the Vikings and take the ball 21 yards into the end zone, and they have now tied the score at 6-6. So with 3 minutes and 22 seconds, we have a tie ball game at 6 as the Mustangs line up for the point after touchdown. Ryan Anton for Triton. The ball is down, the kick is up, it's high, it's again wide to the right. So both kickers fail on their attempts of point after touchdowns here this evening, and the score remains tied at 6-6. We hope you're enjoying our telecast and would come out to see some of the Vikings games this year. They have a very interesting schedule, of course, opening tonight against Triton. A newcomer to our schedule next week, an away game will be Pemberton, and then away again at Cherry Hill East. But we come home on our Hall of Fame game with the Cherokee team coming in, and then we'll be at Lenape. We'll have Camden Catholic coming into a home game, Shawnee going away, and Overbrook away, and Washington Township home on Thanksgiving Day. And of course our other up-and-coming ETV events you see there on the screen. We'll have volleyball, we'll have girls soccer, field hockey, and another field hockey game on our schedule for sports activities in the few weeks to come. So we hope you're enjoying our sports activities on Channel 18, as we have many fine students, and under the direction of our TV technician Joe Vasali, doing a fine job bringing you the action throughout the fall in sports and academics and any social events here at around Eastern high schools. Okay, here we go, 6-6, the ball spotted at the 40. Once again, we have Ryan Anton for Triton eyeing up the ball, and there's a long kick. It's high, it's fielded right at the goal line and dropped into the end zone by Telefaro, and it will be down there where the Vikings once again will take over, 1st and 10 from their 20-yard line. Okay, so the first offensive drives for the Vikings ended up in 6 points. The second ended up in a miscue, which led to 6 points by Triton. And now we'll begin the third offensive drive by the Vikings. 3 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the first period. Dawson takes the snap. It's a pitch out high, but it's handled, and it makes the bay forward. It looked to me to be Ed Carter with the carry there. It was Carter taking the pitch. The pitch was a little high, but he was able to handle it that time and make his way forward for a gain of about, we'll call it 6 yards. So that brings up 2nd and 4 for the Vikings. hitter up the middle. Telefero with the carry makes his way forward for more than enough for a first down. The ball's going to be spotted right on the 35-yard line, and another first down for the Vikings. A nice hole there opened up by the left side of the Vikings line. The Vikings offense there, offensive line with Mike Herr, Greg Wren, Dan Hillman, Justin Barton, and Gary Bierman doing a fine job so far on the offensive side of the football for the Vikings. Dawson with the quick hitter right up the middle of the handoff. He's still fighting there. It looks like Telefero with the ball. Nope. Okay, a short gain on the play. That's a 2-yard gain, so we're going to have 2nd and 8. Dawson on the move. Again, the pitch out is thrown poorly, and we have Telefero making his way back, trying to make something out of nothing, and Dawson looking bewildered like what's happening here, but it's twice that he's been throwing the pitch out and has not been able to get it where it can be handled by his backs there. There is a penalty on the play as the official stands over the flag. We'll wait for the call here. That's holding against the Vikings, and that is refused, of course, because of the major loss, a loss of about 8 yards there, almost, well, we'll call it 12 yards. So we've got now a 3rd and 20 facing the Vikings. 3rd and 20 for the Vikings, ball spotted on the 25-yard line. Dawson rolling to the right, looking as up, he throws, it's intercepted by number 20 Eckmeyer, Mike Eckmeyer for Triton with the interception. Dawson trying to make something happen, and not even close to a Vikings receiver. Eckmeyer steps in and makes the interception. So the second offensive mistake by the Vikings here this evening. The first ending up in a score. This one ending up in a turnover, or starting in a turnover to the Triton Mustangs. Ball spotted on the 35-yard line. Mustangs breaking out of the huddle. 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining in the first period. Score tied 6-6. Quick handoff, fumble but recovered. The quick handoff to the fullback. Mix up in the numbers here. That was the fullback for Triton. But that fumble was able to be recovered. I believe that was Tomeo. Tomeo there with the carry and the fumble, but able to recover his own fumble and did gain on the play 4 yards. So we're faced with 2nd and 6. McCullough with the handoff to McBride. McBride, the workhorse on the touchdown drive, makes his way forward for a gain of about 3 yards. So that brings up 3rd and a long 2. 3rd and a long 2 for the Mustangs. McCullough looking over to the sidelines for the play, a little slow coming in as the Mustangs break from the huddle. The big quarterback under center takes the snap, and a quick handoff once again to number 5, McBride. McBride making his way off the right side. What looks to be very close to another first down as the officials look it over. And that is the end of the first quarter. Waiting for the signals from the official. I believe it's a first down. They're moving the change, and I haven't seen any signal from the officials, but it does appear to be a first down. So we end the second quarter here with the score tied 6-6, and the ball being moved to the other end of the field where the Triton Mustangs will be still in possession. And the ball being spotted on the 23-yard line, and it is a first down. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs from the 23-yard line. The story so far, the miscues by the Vikings offense have led to putting the Mustangs in position for one score as they make their way forward again, attempting for that second score. But the miscues by the Vikings, the story is right now. Triton quickly out over the ball. Quarterback with the handoff, with the keeper actually, and makes his way right up the center for a gain of about 3 yards. So McCullough faked the handoff and just went in behind his fullback and followed him right down the center of the field for a gain of about 3 yards. Scott for Eastern on the tackle. Going to bring up 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7, ball just inside the 20-yard line. McCullough with the snap, looks like a wrong handoff, and they pay for it as the Vikings defense swarms in on McCullough and throws him for a loss of about 2 yards. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 9 for the Mustangs. 3rd and 9, ball now on the 22-yard line. So good defensive play by the Vikings there is going to bring up an obvious passing situation for the Mustangs as we're 3rd and 9 from the 22-yard line. McCullough takes the snap, rolls, no, it is the handoff. An inside handoff there to number 5, McBride, once again, off of the right tackle. What appeared to be an obvious passing down was a run off of right tackle by the Mustangs, gaining them 6 yards where it's now 4th and 4. Triton players looking over to the sideline. Apparently, well, there's a little confusion here, and they now call timeout. So with facing 4th and 4 with 10 minutes remaining in the second quarter here, the Mustangs call timeout as their coach comes out on the field to discuss the situation and see what they're going to do here. 4th and 4, ball spotted on the 16-yard line. Get a look at the Vikings players there on the sideline as they come over with the coaches there, taking a break and getting some instruction there on this important 4th and 4. Again, the Eastern Vikings were able to score on their opening drive, an 80-yard drive that culminated in a 40-yard run by quarterback Andrew Dawson. Dawson making his way into the end zone, and then after a miscue by the Vikings offense, the Mustangs were able to get into the end zone, culminated in a 2-yard run by Sean McBride of Triton, knotting the score at 6-6 with 10 minutes remaining in the second quarter. The Mustangs are going for it, 4th and 4. 4th and 4 from the 16. McCullough with the snap. The ball is handed off, and he's going to be short. He's going to be very short. That was, again, Sean McBride off of the left side, and the Vikings defense did what they needed to do, and they have stopped the Vikings on this 4th and 4 attempt, and they will take over possession of the ball on the 15-yard line. A good job by the Vikings defense there in stopping the drive by the Mustangs. So the Mustangs not able to capitalize on the mistake, and the Vikings showing tough, and they will take possession on the 15-yard line. Dawson with the handoff to Talafaro. Inside handoff goes nowhere. Maybe a loss on the play, but the inside handoff by Dawson to Talafaro ends up in no gain. Was able to make it back to the line of scrimmage, but again for no gain. Play being brought in by Darryl Scott from the sideline as the Vikings break from the huddle. Scott the wide out on the near side. Talafaro moving up on the wing. Dawson looking to pass, and he does. The ball's tipped at the sidelines, but right into the hands of Scott. So the deflected ball at the line of scrimmage ends up in a completion for the Vikings. So that, what I believe, is the second completion of the night for Dawson. The tip ball, and you'll see here on our instant replay, the ball there is hit by number 72, but right into the hands of Scott. So the completion brings up 3rd and 3 for the Vikings. 3rd and 3 for the Vikings. Dawson with the pitch. Ed Carter for the Vikings taking the pitch from Dawson on the left side here, coming toward us with that play, and a nice gain on the play of about 15 yards. So Carter brings the ball forward for a first down, and the Vikings are on the move. Ball spotted at the 33-yard line, 1st and 10. 8 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first half. Vikings quickly out over the ball. Full backfield. Dawson, quick handoff to Carter, who's making his way around the right side, trying to find somewhere to go. Makes his way forward for a gain of about 2 yards, but brought down by Brian Noor for Triton. David Williams and Noor in on the tackle there for the Mustangs. Dawson and Sharp bringing themselves back into the huddle as Dawson comes out under center. Quick handoff right up the middle, goes very short gain for about 1, but there is a flag on the play, a flag on the far side. We'll wait for the call. Officials pick up the flag, so whatever the infraction was, they've decided that it was incorrect. There were 2 flags on the play, but whatever it was, the officials pick it up. I don't know what happened there, but after talking it over, they decided there was no penalty on the play. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7 for the Vikings, ball on the 38-yard line. Dawson on the keeper, off the bait, makes his way forward, breaks loose, breaks a couple tackles, and makes his way, fights his way forward to the 46-yard line of the Mustangs. So a nice keeper play there by Dawson, breaking a couple of tackles, and makes his way forward to the 46-yard line. Another first down for the Vikings. So the Vikings once again on the march as their offense is doing the job. Instant replay here. You'll see Dawson with the spin move here, finding his way into the line and breaking a couple of tackles there. Some nice blocking by his line and backs there for a gain of about 15 yards on that play. Again, a first down, 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Whistle on the play and a penalty. A delay of game call. I see it. I see the officials doing it, but as quickly as those plays are moving out of the huddle, it's hard to believe there's enough
delay on the offense. Still first. Snap.
Okay, so that's going to make it 1st and 15 for the Vikings. 1st and 15 for the Vikings. Dawson coming to the near side, looking for some way to go, makes his way back the other way, and is finding some open space and fighting his way forward for a gain of about, well, no, he just gets back to the line of scrimmage. So All that running from side to side ends up in little or no gain for the Vikings, maybe a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 9. I'm sorry, I stand corrected. That's a 6-yard gain on the play because of the 5-yard penalty. So there was a gain of 6 yards on that play by Dawson. 2nd and 9. 6 minutes remaining in the first half. 6-6 tie. Dawson, quick handoff. Roedier, the ball carrier for the Vikings. Keith Roedier making his way forward, fighting his way forward for a gain of about 4. So a 4-yard gain makes it 3rd and 5 for the Vikings. Dawson on the pitch, gets it out to Talafero on this side, making his way around the left side, where he's run out of bounds by the Mustangs on the 36-yard line. It's going to be very close to that first down marker, very close to the first down marker. The officials looking all the way across the field, and they are going to bring the chains in. So they've got to bring the chains all the way across the field. It's going to be very close here for the first down measurement. Okay, our camera crew able to get in close there, and let's see what happens here as the officials stretch the chain, and it is a first down. First down by inches, but that's enough. And that brings up 1st and 10 for the Vikings, ball on the 35-yard line. So Talafero able to fight his way forward for just enough for that first down. Ball just short of the 35-yard line for the Vikings. 5 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the first half. Sharp split left. Dawson with the snap, a mix-up in the backfield. Dawson able to hold on the ball. There was definitely a mix-up in the backfield. His fullback, Keith Roedier, ran into him in the backfield, so somebody went the wrong way. But fortunately for the Vikings, they are able to hold on to the football, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss on the play of about a yard, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 11 for the Vikings. Dawson on the keepers, tackle from behind. Dawson didn't have a chance there as he's driven to the ground by number 8, Bill Grinovics for Triton. Actually, I'm sorry, that was Sean McBride for Triton making the tackle from behind, and Dawson didn't get moving as the speedy defender there made it into the backfield uncontested, and he is able to throw Dawson for a loss of 5 yards. So that brings up 3rd and 16. Clock running just around 4 minutes in the first half remaining. Dawson straight back, rolling out, looking to pass, and he's tackled. Once again, number 5, Sean McBride. Sean McBride's on both sides of the football this evening for the Vikings. He seems to be the player that they've got to stop because he's doing it on the offense and he's doing it on the defense. 2 consecutive tackles there for losses by Sean McBride. Somebody's going to have to mark that guy. I might think it's a soccer game here to mark that player, but number 5 having a good game there, Sean McBride. A 5'10", 205-pound linebacker for the Triton Mustangs, having an outstanding game here in the first half. Jason Kay back to punt, takes the snap. Kick is up. It's a nice high spiral. The ball hanging nicely and fielded by number 21 for the Triton Mustangs, where he is almost immediately tackled. That's number 21, Raymond Santiago. Santiago, the receiver for the, the punt returner for the Mustangs, and tackled almost immediately, where the Mustangs will take over the ball on their 15-yard line with 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Again, score tied 6-6. A lot of scoring early, and it's kind of settled down here, but two quick scores early in the game ties it at 6-6. McCullough with the quarterback spin and keeper. Nobody didn't fool anybody. Everybody stayed home and throws. They throw McCullough for a loss of about 3 yards. Wilkinson for the Vikings. Okay, 2 minutes and 30 seconds, clock running. 2nd and 13 for the Mustangs. Quick handoff. Number 44 for the Mustangs. Tomeo making his way forward for a gain of about 3 yards, is going to bring up 3rd and about 11. 3rd and 11. That can't be right. They haven't moved the ball marker, I see here. Officials have stopped the play here. I'm not sure why. Appears to be a timeout called. I'm not sure who called that timeout. Who called the timeout? Who called the timeout, Eastern? Timeout was called by Eastern. 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining with a 3rd and 11. Third and 11 coming up once we resume play here. Got a look there of our cheerleaders doing a fantastic job with the spirit here, and creating good school spirit here for the Vikings, and they're working just as hard as the football team. But good job, ladies. Okay, as the trainers and coaches leave the field, the Mustangs break from the huddle. 3rd and 11. McCullough takes the snap, hands off to number 21. That'll be Santiago. Santiago makes his way forward for a couple of yards, but that's about all. And that's going to bring up a punting situation for the Mustangs, as again the Vikings call timeout, or no, it was an injury timeout here. So that's going to bring up 4th and long for the Triton Mustangs, and they are going to be forced to punt deep in their own territory. Injured player seems to be Steve Teague for the Mustangs as he makes his way to the sideline. And we're ready to resume here. 2nd and 9 with the Mustangs in punt formation. Talaferro deep for the Vikings, standing right at midfield. The snap is good. The kick is up. It's a good high kick. Talaferro will field it, and he does, and he's hit immediately. No fair catch is called. No fair catch was called, and he's hit immediately. A little close, but no flag on the call, and the Mustangs have recovered. So with just under 2 minutes remaining, the Mustangs have taken over possession right at midfield. And if we're going to have an instant replay here, but that play was real close as far as permitting the player to field the ball, but the officials threw no flag. And here we go. We are going to have it on instant replay, and you'll see here after the kick, Kick is up. The ball is there. Close call, no call. Close call, no call. So regardless, the Mustangs take over.
Who's protected our return man, rep? Who's in charge out there?
A little concerned by the coaching staff of the Vikings, because I think they, even though they didn't have the advantage of instant replay, I think they're a little concerned about the lack of a call on that play. Yeah, it was a no call, but you know. Here we go again. We'll show that to you again because this seems to be the bone of contention right now. There's the ball up in the air, and it seemed the tackle got there just about the time the ball did, and it was a very close call. I don't know exactly what the rule is, but I believe you have to give the receiver a fair chance to catch the ball, and that didn't appear to be the case. But regardless, there's no call by the officials, and the Mustangs are taking over possession right around midfield. Right on midfield, actually, and it's 1st and 10 with 1:54 seconds remaining. McCullough back, he's rolling to the side, he's looking, he's being chased, and he does throw and complete the pass. Pressure on the quarterback by Chris Kupchak. Chris Kupchak doing a nice job forcing McCullough out of the pocket and forcing him to throw, but the pass was completed. Just short of a first down, so it brings up 2nd and a short 1. 2nd and 1, 1:46 seconds remaining. Clock stop after the out of bounds. McCullough with the quick handoff to number 34, or 44. To Mayo with the carry. And he moves forward for the first down, and that's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. So the Mustangs driving with 1:34 seconds remaining in the quarter. McCullough taking the snap and the keeping off of the left side, and he makes his way forward for a gain of about 3 yards. Not the kind of play you would expect this late in the half here, trying to make something happen, but didn't seem the kind of play that would bring on a lot of yardage. But regardless, that brings up 2nd and 7 with 1 minute remaining. 1 minute remaining in the half. Mustangs don't seem to be in too much of a hurry here, but again, the clock running under a minute.
Run!
Okay, again, number 5, Sean McBride, up the middle for a short gain, going to bring up 3rd and about 3 as the Mustangs call timeout. Timeout to stop the clock, 3rd and about 3, a long 3 for the Mustangs. As you see, the Vikings coming over to the sideline for some rest and instruction from the defensive coaches here. So big play for the Vikings coming up, 3rd and 4. 41 seconds remaining in the half. Vikings defensive coaches urging their defensive squad to play tough here for the last couple of seconds and trying to keep the Mustangs from bringing on their 2nd score of the evening. Again, we're tied at 6-6 with 41 seconds remaining in the half. Officials blow the whistle. Mustangs breaking from the huddle. 3rd and 4. keeper by McCullough. McCullough making his way forward to enough for the first down. It looked like a broken play at first and looked like he was stopped, but the big quarterback able to make his way off the left side forward for a first down with the clock stopped on the first down with 32 seconds remaining as they move the chains. Clock begins to run, 30 seconds and counting. Mustangs out of the huddle. The big quarterback McCullough under center. Takes the snap, looking to pass, rolling to his right, looking into the end zone, looking to run, throws the ball, and it is complete. It is complete just short of the 10-yard line. Just short of the 10-yard line. The catch is made. Looked to be Santiago on the reception. The officials stopped the clock. It looks like they're looking for a measurement, and that is true. They're going to bring the chains in from across the field because it's very close to that first down marker. So the clock stopped with 13 seconds. Regardless of whether it's a first down or not, the Mustangs will have time for at least one more play with the ball at the 10-yard line. So it's either going to be 4th and short or 1st and goal, or 1st and 10 actually. And it is a first down. First down just short of the 10-yard line. So we've got 1st and 10 for the Mustangs with 13 seconds remaining. Probably time for 1 or 2 plays depending upon whether or not they're passes. But with 13 seconds remaining, I'm surprised the Mustangs call a timeout. You thought they would preserve that after this next play, but the timeout is called, trying to get the right play in from the sidelines, and the Mustangs use what I believe is their last timeout, and that will bring up a 1st and 10 with 13 seconds remaining. So a lot of effort being put in here by the Viking defense to keep the Mustangs from their second score of the evening and hopefully going into the locker room with a 6-6 tie. And of course, that's where we are, 6-6 with 13 seconds remaining in this first half. First down marker doesn't seem to be an issue right now. Time on the clock does. 13 seconds remaining, no timeouts, and the Mustangs ready to break from the huddle. McCullough under center, looking to roll, rolls to his left, looking to throw, eating up all the time. He's got to throw long, and he does. He basically just throws it away. I don't know why he did that, but it's regardless. There is still 5 seconds remaining on the clock. 5 seconds remaining for the half, and it looks like the field goal kicker for the Mustangs is coming onto the field, where they're going to attempt a field goal. The line of scrimmage is the 10, so I would guess that it's going to be about a 32-yard field goal. .33 yard field goal attempt here by Nick Byer. Oh, excuse me, I'm wrong on that. Ryan Anton, the place kicker for the Mustangs. The ball is up, the snap is down, the kick is up, and it is good. It is good. So the Mustangs able to capitalize here just before halftime. The clock does run out, and the Mustangs able to kick the field goal for a 3-point score there, and that's going to make the score 9-6 as the teams leave the field for the locker rooms. So we've had a tough-fought game here, and after the first half, we have the Mustangs of Triton 9, the Vikings of Eastern 6. We hope you stay tuned for some of the halftime activities, and we'll be back after that to see what happens in this second half. Again, 9-6, Triton Mustangs over the Eastern Vikings. See you in a while. half with the tough-fought first half between the Mustangs of Triton and the Vikings of Eastern. The Mustangs on top, 9-6, as the Vikings prepare to kick off to the Mustangs to begin this second half. Again, the score 9-6, Mustangs in the lead as we begin the second half. Short kick, handled by Santiago. Santiago trying to make his way around the left side. A little bit of a wall, but now he's forced out of bounds. He's forced out of bounds at about the 26-yard line, where the Mustangs will take over 1st and 10 to begin the second half. Ray Santiago, the receiver there for the kickoff returner for the Mustangs, making his way back to I'll stand corrected, it looks like about the 28-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs from the 28-yard line. McCullough taking the snap, the quick handoff to number 5, Sean McBride. Sean McBride, the workhorse for the Mustangs in that first half, scored the only touchdown for Triton. Makes his way forward for a short gain of about 2, where it'll bring up 2nd and 8 for the Mustangs. Vikings began the game with a long 80-yard drive, culminated in a 40-yard touchdown run by Andrew Dawson, and that made the score 6-0. And then after a Vikings miscue, the Mustangs were able to capitalize and tie the score up at 6-6, and then a field goal to end the half made it 9-6 in favor of Triton. Number 5 again, Sean McBride, making his way forward for a very short gain, maybe a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. We'll call it 3rd and 7. 3rd and a short 7 for the Mustangs. McCullough looking over to the sidelines for the play. He seems to be taking a little time on this one as he breaks out under center. Santiago split wide right. Eye backfield for the Mustangs. Quick handoff and a quick hitter and opener to number 8, I believe that is. Dawson on the tackle, but not until, again, number 5, Sean McBride. Dawson on the tackle, but not until Sean McBride was able to make his way into the clear and a first down for the Mustangs. So to begin the second half, the Mustangs convert to a first down where the ball is spotted at the 47-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Quick hitter again up the middle, the handoff to number 5, McBride, for no gain on that play. Tackle made by Greg Wren. Greg Wren for the Vikings on that tackle. Second and 10 for the Mustangs. Again, number 5 to the right side, fighting his way forward for a hard run there for a gain of about 8 yards. So once again, the workhorse for the Mustangs, Sean McBride, fighting his way forward for a gain of about 7 or 8. We'll call it 3rd and a long 2. 3rd and a long 2 for Triton. 9 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Triton quickly out over the ball. McCullough with the quick handoff again to number 5, Sean McBride, but he tripped over his own running back there. His own running back got in the way, or his blocker got in the way there, and he just ran over him and was brought to the ground. So a loss on the play of about a yard is going to bring up 4th and 3. Ball spotted right on the 45-yard line, bringing up 4th and 3 for Triton. Triton kicking team is in. Dave says the kicker for Triton is back deep to punt it away. Dawson back deep for the Vikings. The kick is up, the kick is away. Dawson is going to field it and is tackled immediately by a 21, Santiago. Santiago, the tackler for Triton, made a nice play after Dawson fielded the ball cleanly, but almost immediately being tackled by Santiago of Triton, where the Vikings will take over 1st and 10 from their 11-yard line. So 1st and 10, 11-yard line for the Vikings. Full backfield. Dawson with the handoff. Play whistle dead.
50.
Ed Carter taking the ball forward for the Vikings for a gain of about 2, maybe 3 on the play. Carter taking the handoff and fighting his way forward for a tough 2 yards. Second and 7. Dawson with the spin move, making his way forward, trying to break off of the right tackle with a keeper play there, makes his way forward for a short gain of maybe a yard. We'll give him maybe 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 5. So 3rd and 5 for the Vikings, deep in their own territory, ball just on the 15-yard line. Play coming in from the sidelines, play shuttled in that time by Darrell Scott, and Dawson into the huddle. They break from the huddle, and they'll have to get this play off quickly. Some confusion in the backfield. Dawson under center. Nope, they didn't get the play off. It did look like there was some confusion, and they were a little slow. Dawson complaining that he's not getting the plays quick enough, I guess, but regardless, at this point, there is a delay of gain call on the Vikings, and that's going to cost them 5 yards, and instead of 3rd and 5, they're going to be facing 3rd and 10. So just past the 10-yard marker, closer to 11, so it's going to ring up 3rd and 11 for the Vikings. Once again, the play coming in from the sidelines. This time Sharp bringing the play in, and the Vikings break from the huddle. Dawson under center. Dawson straight back to pass into the flat, and he hits Talaferro, and Talaferro making his way down the right side, and more than enough for the first down as he's hit out of bounds, and the flag is thrown by the official. So we have the first down picked up by Talaferro on the flare pass out of the backfield, and the first down was successfully completed there. And as he was knocked out of bounds, we see a play, probably most likely a personal foul against the Mustangs, as the officials mark off a 15-yard penalty, a break for the Vikings on this play, and that's going to bring the ball to the 43-yard line. So 43-yard line, the ball will be spotted, and then that will...
Dead ball! Personal foul on the defense, first down.
Okay, you hear the official, and here's the instant replay, and the pass is completed. Talaferro does a good job getting around the right side, and as he's out of bounds, you can see he's hit well out of bounds, and that brought the flag. So 1st and 10, Dawson with the ball on the pitch to Talaferro on the left side. He's hemmed in, and he breaks some tackles. Unbelievable break there by Talaferro. Talaferro definitely looked to be stopped in the backfield for a loss. Breaks 2 tackles and makes his way down the sidelines for a 53-yard a 57-yard touchdown run. So Talaferro looks like he was going to be stopped for a loss in the backfield, breaking those tackles and making his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Vikings now up 12-9, 12-9. Vikings lining up for the point after touchdown. Jason Kay, the ball is down, the kick is up, the kick is high, and the kick is good. So Kay able to convert the PAT this time, putting the Vikings in the lead by a score of 13-9. So once again, the play that definitely seemed like it was going to be thrown for a loss, Talifero makes something happen with a couple of missed tackles and down. He scampers down the left sideline into the end zone for a score. We'll take a moment and listen to the Viking band celebrate that score. So as you can see, there's a lot of excitement on the Vikings sidelines after that nice run by Talifero, breaking what seemed to be a sure loss into a 6-point effort and putting the Vikings in the lead 13-9. Kay approaching the ball. The ball is up. It's a long, high kick, a very good kick, and fielded by Santiago into the end zone where the officials blow it dead, and the Mustangs will take over 1st and 10 from their 20-yard line. (13-9), 6 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in the third period. Santiago split right. 2 wide outs. Quick handoff to number 5, but this time it seemed like the whole center of the Viking line was there waiting for Sean McBride. Appears that they're going to the well too many times. Sean McBride, the workhorse up to this point, but it looks like the Vikings are starting to center in on Sean McBride. No gain on the play, brings up 2nd and 10. Passing formation. McCullough with the keeper off the right side, fights his way forward for a gain of about 4. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. We'll call it 3rd and 7 for the Mustangs. Mungan for the Vikings on the tackle. McCullough is ready to take the snap. He fumbles the snap, he picks it up, and he makes his way forward, not able to get it anywhere, actually thrown for a loss on the play. The Vikings, there's a fumble, and the Vikings have recovered. So McCullough never able to find the handle on the ball. Seemed like he did, but then trying to make something happen, fumbled the football where the Vikings have been able to recover it on the 17-yard line. So a break for the Vikings as we have 5 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the third period. Vikings taking over deep in Mustang territory. So a break here for the Eastern players. Seemed to be some motion there, and it was. Flags are thrown all over, so that's going to cost the Vikings 5 yards. 5 yards for illegal motion, and that's going to bring the ball back to a 1st and 15 situation. First and 15, 5 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Dawson on the keeper, pitching out to Talafero. Talafero trying again to make something happen on the right side. This time the Mustang players aren't going to hear it, and they've thrown Talafero for a considerable loss on the play. It's about a 10-yard loss on that play, unfortunately, for the Vikings, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 20. We'll call it 2nd and 21. Ball just over the 30-yard line, where it's first and, no, it's second. Definitely second down.
Your down's wrong. Pat, your down's wrong. Okay, now you got it.
Okay, 3rd and long, 3rd and very long for the Vikings, 3rd and about 18. Viking band getting a little noisy here, trying to get something moving for the home team. Dawson rolling out, rolling to the right, looking, throws to an open receiver, number 18. Darrell Scott brought down quickly by Santiago for the Mustangs, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 9. And the field goal kicking team for the Vikings comes on. So the field goal kicking team trying to salvage some points out of this effort here. This appears to be about a 35, we'll call it a 34-yard field goal. 34-yard field goal. The ball is down, the kick is up, it's short. Yes, it is short and to the right. So the effort falls short, and the score will remain 13-9 with 3 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. So the Vikings unable to capitalize on that break there, but they do turn the ball back over to the Mustangs at the 20-yard line. So 13-9, Vikings in the lead. Mustangs quickly out of the huddle. McCullough with a handoff to Santiago. Santiago trying to make something off the right side is stopped short. Amir Khan on the tackle for the Vikings for a loss on the play. Going to make it 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. 2nd down on your scoreboard. Pitch out to Santiago on the left side. Santiago just stringing it out and going nowhere. So the Vikings defense able to string it out. Amir Khan again on the tackle, making a situation of 3rd and 12 for the Mustangs. 3rd and 12 for Triton. One back remaining in the backfield, and McCullough back looking, throws it into the flat to Santiago. Santiago making his way to the right side, trying to turn the corner, and brings the ball out to about the 28-yard line. Appears to be about a yard short from here. Actually closer to 2 yards short. So that's going to bring up a kicking situation for the Mustangs, and deep for the Vikings will be number 44, Adam Talafero. We had Dawson back the last time, Talafero back this time. The snap is good, the kick is up, it's a high kick, wobbly, but it's going to hit and bounce where the Triton Mustangs, number 44, Tomeo for the Mustangs with the downing of the ball at the 42-yard line of the Vikings. So with 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining in the third quarter, the Vikings have possession at the 42-yard line, 1st and 10. Dawson on the keeper on the right side, breaks off a right tackle, making his way upfield with a nice run. Still on his feet, still breaking tackles. Appeared to be stopped 2 different times, but is able to fight his way forward for a nice gain of about 30 yards. So a nice gain there by Dawson. And the ball is brought forward to the 27-yard line, or we'll call it the 28-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10 for the Vikings. An instant replay there, you can see Dawson seemed to be tackled, but no, he makes his way forward for a gain of another 8 or 10 yards. So nice running, hard running there by the Vikings quarterback, Andrew Dawson. Handoff to Talafero off the left side, fights his way forward for a gain of about 3. Nice block by interior lineman there, Gary Berman there. He made his way with a nice hole there for Talafero to make his way forward for a gain of about 4 yards. So 2nd and 6 for the Vikings. Clock running with about 10 seconds in the period. They're going to be close to getting this play off. Dawson down under center, 5, 4. They probably will get it off, and they do. Quick handoff, and the Mustangs defense stand Talafero, or excuse me, that was Keith Rodier, the carrier for the Vikings, was stood up immediately, no place to go, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage where it's going to bring up 3rd and 5, but it's going to bring up 3rd and 5 at the other end of the field. So at the end of the third quarter, we're going to move the ball down to the other end, and we see the Vikings on top by a score of 13-9 with 1 quarter remaining. Again, we hope you're enjoying the broadcast here today, the telecast here today by Channel 18, ETV here at Eastern High Schools. And we'd like to point out all the fine young men and women who are giving us a hand here today with, working as the camera crew, working as the computer graphics people, the instant replay people, the whole ball of wax here that this crew puts together in an effort to bring you this athletic contest. So thank you to all those fine young men and women who are dedicating their time and effort here tonight to help bring this broadcast to you. Okay, we got 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5, the ball spotted at the 24-yard line.
1, 3, 2, 6. Orange ticket.
Seemed to be some movement. Talafero's got the ball, and he's making something out of it, and he fights his way forward to what appears to be a 1st down, but we have to wait and see what the flags are about. We do have a motion call against the Vikings, so that's going to negate the gain there, and it's going to bring the ball back 5 more yards, where it's going to force a 3rd and 10. So the Vikings knocking on the door, having appeared to pick up the 1st down, are penalized by the motion penalty and are going to be faced with a 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10, the ball's going to be spotted on the 28-yard line. Official had a wide 5 yards walk-off there, so they'll spot the ball at the 29. And again, it's going to be 3rd and about 11. 3rd and 11 for the Vikings. So important play here. Probably 2 down territory for Coach Ginsburg's Vikings. Dawson on the keeper off the left side is wrapped up after a gain of about 4 yards, and not nearly enough to get close to that first down marker, but he does make his way forward to close to the 25-yard line, and that brings up 4 and about 7. So an interesting call here by the coaching staff for the Vikings. Play coming in from the sideline, and it appears that they are going to go for it. So with 11 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter and a 4-point lead, ball on the 25-yard line, the Vikings are attempting to convert a 4th and 7. Dawson rolling out to the right, gets the pass off and completed. Completed to number 35, Keith Rodier, the receiver, out of the backfield, and now we have a penalty flag thrown. Penalty flag is thrown. We'll wait for the call. It appears to be a personal foul. Personal foul against Triton. And that's going to be half the distance to the goal, and that's going to bring the ball down to about the 2.5-yard line. So the personal foul tacked on to the end of the play after Dawson was able to complete the pass to Rozier. A nice run after the catch, and the ball down to the 5, half the distance to the goal. We'll spot the ball at the 2.5-yard line where the Vikings are first and goal. First and goal, 10 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the game. Score 13-9, Eastern on top. Fumble, the ball's fumbled. Triton players seem to think they have it. We'll wait for the official call. And of course, Triton players are biased, and it is recovered by the Vikings. So the Vikings retain possession on that fumble. Dawson fumbling the snap. And that's going to bring up second and goal. Loss of about a yard on the play, so that makes it second and goal from about the 3. Dawson on the keeper, gets nowhere. Ball's fumbled again, and this time Triton does recover. So 2 successive fumbles by the Vikings quarterback. One recovered by the Vikings, and the second one recovered by the Mustangs of Triton. So what appeared to be an imminent score by the Vikings now turns into a turnover, and the Mustangs hold off the Vikings and have possession of the ball deep in their own territory. So the 2 consecutive fumbles, not good news for Viking fans. McCullough passing out of his own end zone. Throws for Santiago and just overthrows him. McCullough standing in his own end zone throws the ball about 45 to 50 yards, where his wide receiver, his speedy receiver Santiago, tried to run under it and just overthrown. So only by about a foot is that overthrow, makes it an incomplete pass. But regardless, the Viking fans are cheering on the sidelines. That incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10, ball deep in Mustang territory. That's the first time we've really seen the big quarterback use that strong arm. He did throw that ball about 50 yards in the air. McCullough with the keeper looking, and the throw is complete to number 44, making his way down the sideline. He's got one runner to beat, and he is knocked out of bounds, but not until he makes his way to about the 40-yard line. So the rollout by the quarterback, there is a penalty on the play. There is a penalty flag back around the 25-yard line, so we'll have to wait for that call. But the pass was completed as McCullough rolled to the right side and completed the pass to Tomeo, and the ball is coming back. So the big play is brought back by the officials, and we'll wait for the call. a clipping penalty against the Mustangs. So that brings the ball back to the 14-yard line, where it's going to be second down, second and about 12. I'm sorry, let's stand corrected. Second and about two on the play. So instead of having the ball out past the 40, it's the ball back at about the 13-yard line. McCullough takes the snap. Quick handoff to number 5, Sean McBride. Sean McBride making his way off a right tackle, fights his way forward for the first down. So the short gain provides the first down for the Mustangs, and it's 1st and 10. Ball spotted on about the 16-yard line, or actually just on the 15-yard line. Mustangs break from the huddle. McCullough rolling out to the right, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by number 21, who makes his way into the end zone. Clint Hicks. Clint Hicks played that ball all the way, followed McCullough out the left side, and McCullough just throwing it up for grabs, and Hicks able to step in front and make his way into the end zone. A 20-yard interception with a score by the Vikings makes the score at this point. To 9 at this point. 19-9 is the score with that 6-point touchdown as the Vikings line up for the PAT. Ball is down, the kick is up, the kick is high, the kick is good. So now we have a game of 20-9. 20-9 after the Vikings failed to score with 2 consecutive fumbles, deep in the Mustang territory, were not able to get in. They were able to get the ball back and on that interception score. Here's an instant replay. We watch McCullough roll out to the left side. You can see him rolling to the left side. He's looking, and he throws it up for grabs. His receiver, number 44, Tomeo, was there, but Hicks steps right in front of Tomeo and had clear sailing into the end zone. Tackled right at the end zone, but did make his way in for the 6 points. 9 minutes remaining in this ball game, with the Vikings now up by a score of 20-9. And we'll listen to the Viking band cheer. Jason Kay teeing up the football for the Vikings. Santiago deep for the Mustangs. The kick is off, the kick is low, a line drive, and bounces at the 10 right into Santiago's hands, who's looking for some blocking, finds it and makes his way up into the crease, but is tackled. Santiago with the return, Bill Mungan in on the tackle, where the Mustangs will take over 1st and 10 on their 29-yard line. Here we have Clint Hicks, the 145-pound junior, who was successful there with his interception and making his way into the end zone. McCullough looking for some place to go, can't find it on the right side, makes it back to the, can't find it on the left side, makes it back to the right side and fights his way forward to what appears to be very close to a first down. There is a flag on the play. It's in that area where you would suspect holding, but we'll wait for the official call. clipping. Okay, we have a clipping call against the Mustangs. So once again, a good play is negated by the penalty. And instead of having a first down or very close to the first down, they're going to have first and long. Number 77, Justin Barton, into the game, replacing Chris Kupchak. Again, personal foul clipping against the Mustang. The penalty brings the ball back to the 20-yard line. And it's now going to be first and 18. First and 18 for the Mustangs. Get a picture of Casey Christie there, tending to one of the players. Casey Christie, our fine athletic director here at Eastern. I said athletic director, athletic trainer. I just gave him a promotion. Okay, McCullough back, keeper. He's looking, he's rolling right. He puts the ball up, and it is almost completed, but the ball falls incomplete. Ball intended for David Williams and is dropped. So that's going to bring up a second and long, a second and about 18 for the Mustangs. Clock starting to work against the Mustangs as they're in need to put some points on the board if they're going to make a game out of this. But the Vikings defense holding tough at this point. Quick hitter up the middle, and there he is. Up a fumble, and the Vikings have recovered. Sean McBride, the workhorse for the Mustangs, making his way forward to what was going to be a first down, but just as he got there, he was hit and fumbled the ball, where the ball was recovered by the Vikings. I believe it was Amir Khan on that recovery. Okay, once again, the Vikings on offense. They have the ball on their 31, or deep in their 31-yard line of the Mustangs. Quick handoff, short gain. Jason Singleton getting a carry. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, Jason Singleton with that carry there for a gain of about 2. Dawson on the spin, the flip, and again it's fumbled. Ball's loose, but the Vikings are able to retain possession. Singleton mishandling the pitch between Dawson and Singleton, and the ball falling to the ground, but fortunately for the Vikings on that play, Singleton was able to recover. But it does bring up third and about 15, so a long play, or a long third down situation here for the Vikings with 7 minutes remaining in the ball game. Vikings with an 11-point lead. Dawson straight back, looking to pass, and a short shuttle pass right up the middle. Shuttle pass was thrown right up the middle to Ed Carter. Carter, of course, grabbing the ball right away, but nobody was fooled on that Mustang interior line, and it was stopped for no gain. So it's bringing up 4th and about 15, we'll call it 16. 4th and 16 for the Vikings, and an obviously punting situation for the Vikings. Santiago back about the 10-yard line for the Mustangs. Little confusion on the Vikings formation. The snap, the kick is up. It's a high kick. The ball hits right at the 15-yard line, takes a Viking bounce, and where they will down it at about the 9-yard line. So a little bit of break. It was a good kick there because it accomplished what was asked of the kicker. That was Jason Kay with the punt, and the ball hit on the 15, rolled forward where it's down at the 9-yard line by the Vikings. Can't ask much more than that of your punter. So deep in their own territory, the Mustangs will start 1-10. McCullough with the handoff to the left side, and again a fumble, and the Vikings recover. Once again, the Triton Mustangs having trouble. Sean McBride, who's been a workhorse all day here, having difficulty late in the going here, and the fumble by the Mustangs recovered by the Vikings, where it's 1st and goal just inside the 10-yard line. 6 minutes remaining, Vikings in the lead, 20-9. Dawson with the keeper going around the left side, being tackled up. He's making his way forward. What looked to be thrown for a loss makes his way forward to about the 5-yard line. So he's gained about 4 yards on that carry, fighting for some tough yardage, where it's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal, 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the game. Talaferro dancing at the line of scrimmage into the end zone. Nice stepping there, making his way from side to side and into the end zone for another score for the Vikings. Now moving the scoreboard to 26-9, Vikings in the lead. 26-9, Vikings in the lead. Jason Kay ready to attempt the point after touchdown. That touchdown about puts the game out of reach for the Mustangs. Kick is up, the kick is high, the kick is good. So Jason Kay able to convert another point after touchdown and moving the score to 27-9. 27-9, the Vikings of Eastern over the Mustangs of Triton. Here we have an instant replay here. You can see Talaferro take the handoff. Quick handoff off the left side, dances left, makes his way forward and into the end zone. So once again, Talaferro able to make his way into the end zone and help his Viking teammates move the scoreboard forward to a score at this point of 27-9. 5 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the game. Okay, the kick is up and to the right side. Ball bounces about the 15 where it goes out of bounds, and that causes a penalty flag, and the ball is going to be brought into play further up the field. And here we go. We have a whole list of cameramen that have been helping us this evening, and we'd like to thank all these fine young men and ladies who have dedicated their time and effort this evening to help bring this broadcast to you. So people, thank you. We really appreciate your effort, and we look forward to working with you again as we bring more sports activities, more academic activities, more band activities to our watching audience here at the Eastern Camden County Regional School District. So thank you, folks. We appreciate it. All under the direction of our fine TV director, our TV technician, Joe Vasali. Just seemed like a few seconds ago we were talking about Kay lining up the ball to kick off, and here we are again with 5 minutes and 18 seconds remaining. Jason Kay ready to kick off for the Vikings. Santiago taking the ball at the 5-yard line. Nice long kick by Jason Kay, where Santiago is brought down at the 27-yard line. We'll call it the 28-yard line, where the Mustangs will take over 1st and 10. 5 minutes and 11 seconds remaining. Again, the score 27-9, Vikings on top. While we have a moment, we'll remind you that next week the Vikings will be traveling to Pemberton, a new opponent on our schedule with the realignment in the Olympic Conference. So we'll be away at Pemberton, away at Cherry Hill East, and we're coming back home for an all-important Hall of Fame game against Cherokee. Back to pass, McCullough back to pass, throws it up, and it right into the hands of his receiver. Narazi, the receiver for the Mustangs, and the ball right in his hands and falls to the ground. Upcoming events you'll see here, we have volleyball versus Sterling, girls soccer versus Cherry Hill West, field hockey Cherokee, and field hockey Lenape. All important games in their respective sports, and we will be bringing that to you via Channel 18 ETV. McCullough straight back, looking, being rushed, and gets the ball off, and it is, nope, the ball falls incomplete. Good defensive coverage there by number 28 for the Vikings, Chaz Brown. Chaz Brown on the defense for the Vikings. Nice coverage there. Mike Doherty in on the defensive line there, putting some pressure on McCullough. Fine job on both sides of the line by the Vikings. Justin Barton doing an outstanding job in the middle of the line. The Vikings tackle. We have a flag on the play, and the play ends with McCullough being tackled in the backfield for a loss by Greg Wren. Greg Wren in there for the tackle, but we'll have to wait and see what the penalty flag is. We have a motion penalty against Triton. So unlike the pros, it doesn't stop the play. The Vikings have the alternative, or the option, and of course with the loss elect to decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th and 20 for the Mustangs, and even this late in the game they are forced to punt from their own 5-yard line. Timeout taken by the Vikings. Something wasn't aligned right, and looks like they were a player short for me. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like they were a player short. Again, we hope you've enjoyed our coverage here by all the amateurs trying to learn how to be professionals, and we hope you did enjoy it, but all the fine effort they've put out. And if you have any comments, we'd like to hear from you. And you can do that by writing us at ETV, care of Eastern High School, 1306 Laurel Oak Road in Voorhees. So we appreciate any comments, pro or con. We're trying to do the best we can with our resources and trying to show you that the students are willing and able and in a position where they are learning what it's like to be part of a crew. Part of the crowd here, and up, I even get the wave to you. Okay, here we go. The punt. The kick is up. It's a nice high spiral. It's fielded by Talaferro, where he calls for a fair catch just around midfield. We'll call it the 48-yard line, 49-yard line, where the Vikings take over 1st and 10 with 4 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the ball game. So what was a very tight first half, ending in a 9-6 score with some miscues on both sides of the football. A very tight fought battle of 9-6 at the end of the first half. With 4 minutes and 35 seconds, the scoreboard has moved to 27-9. Okay, the handoff there to missed the ball carrier on that play. I apologize, but it was a short, actually no gain, or a very short gain where it's going to bring up second and a little less than 10 yards. That was Chaz Brown on the carry on that last play. Okay, 2nd and 10. Second and 10, full backfield. Dawson with snap. Fumble on the play, and we'll wait for the call there. I believe the officials blew the ball dead prior to the fumble, so the Eastern team will remain in possession of the football, and it's going to be 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 on the play. Once again, Chaz Brown on the carry. I'm sorry, that was Singleton. Singleton on the carry. James Singleton. Okay, 3rd and 10. Clock moving with 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the ball game. Handoff right up the middle. Keith Rodier on the carry fights his way forward for a tough 7 yards, but that brings up 4th and about 3, and once again the Vikings are in a 4th down situation, and a timeout apparently has been called by the Vikings. So 2 minutes and 57 seconds remaining, scored 27-9, Vikings on top. Vikings are faced with a 4th and about 3 as they come to the sidelines to see what's going to be the call. Okay, the Vikings elect to punt it away. Jason Kay back to take the snap. The kick is up. Santiago moving forward, takes it on a dead run and is tackled almost immediately as he makes his way forward to about the 18-yard line. 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining, where the Mustangs will take over at their own 18-yard line. A lot of substitutions being made by the coaching staff now with the game well in hand. McCullough back to pass, throws it up long, intended for Santiago once again right in his hands. Couldn't ask for much more than that, and the pass was there, but good defensive play. Good defensive play by Chaz Brown on the play, kept the ball from being completed. So even though this late in the game, the Mustangs would like to make the game a little more respectable, a good defensive play by Chaz Brown on that play. Kept the ball from being completed.
That's right.
McCullough straight back to pass again, looking this way to Santiago, looking, and does throw down the middle, and it's overthrown. He overthrows his receiver. Pass intended for number 21, Raymond Santiago. He just overthrew him on that play, and the ball falls incomplete, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 with 2 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in the game. Game moving along very slowly at this point with the clock stopping on the incompletions. Vikings on top, 27-9. Timeout, Vikings. So we'll wait a little longer to end this game with a timeout by the Vikings. We have 2 minutes and 37 seconds remaining. See if we can't get a picture of the cheerleaders down there who worked hard all day long. And even some of our fans who have been, real good at keeping everything going. There you see our fine cheerleading squad, and they've been doing a good job out there all evening. They've had a lot to cheer about this evening, especially in the second half, as the Vikings came from a 9-6 deficit in the first half to forge forward to a lead of 27-9 with 2 minutes and 37 seconds remaining. Okay, 3rd and 10. Third and 10, the handoff, this time right up the middle. Nice run that time and well past the first down marker. Keeps the ball alive for Triton. Tamayo, the runner for the Mustangs, makes his way forward for more than enough for the first down, and the ball is spotted at the 43-yard line. McCullough ready to take the snap. Spin move, same play. Same play, this time breaking to the left side. Tamayo making his way to about the 22-yard line. Is tackled inbounds, but for some reason they stopped the clock to move the first down markers. So 2 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. The Vikings are faced with trying to stop the Mustangs here with 2 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. 1st and 10. Waiting for the chains to be spotted, and they are. Mustangs quickly under the ball. McCullough straight back, looking, rolling. And it is complete. It's completed on the far side, very close to the goal line. It looks like to be right around the 1-yard line. So the clock stopped with 2 minutes and 1 second. Mustangs knocking on the door. Ball placed right at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal at the 1. McCullough taking the snap, fumbles the ball, and is able to fall on it. Clock running down to about 1:40. So the Mustangs not able to help themselves on that play with less than a yard to go, that close to the end zone. The fumble, with the fumble recovery, now makes it 1st and goal from about the 3. There is a flag on the play. Mustangs quickly trying to get the ball into the end zone on the quarterback keeper, but it looks like there's a flag on the play. Motion penalty against Triton. So in their haste to get the play off and try to get into the end zone and make something happen, probably with an onside kick or whatever at this point, seems kind of late, but you've got to give them credit for trying. But that motion penalty costs them, and so now instead of being 1st and goal from about the 1 or 2, it's now 1st and goal from about the 9-yard line. We'll make it 2nd and goal, 2nd and goal from about the 8 or 9-yard line. Handoff once again to number 5 for the Mustangs. Sean McBride, the workhorse for the Mustangs this evening, makes his way forward for a gain of about 5 yards, bringing it back almost to the original line of scrimmage, where it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 1. Clock winding down, 50 seconds, the handoff. Here we go again, and the workhorse again. Sean McBride makes his way into the end zone for the Mustangs, his 2nd score of the evening. This one, a 1-yard plunge into the end zone, is going to move the scoreboard to 27-15. 27-15, Vikings in the lead. The game seems to be out of reach, but by the same token, the Mustangs are still fighting. We have an official stop of the play here. Official timeout. Seems to be an equipment repair for one of the Mustang players. But the Mustangs are lining up for a two-point conversion. So we've got a two-point conversion attempt here by the Mustangs. McCullough under center, takes the snap, spins, rolls out to the right, keeps the ball himself, makes his way into the end zone for the two-point conversion. So now that makes the score 27-17. 27-17, Vikings on top, and the Mustangs will be kicking off, and I'm sure we could bet the house on it being an onside kick. So even though the game appears to be out of reach, you've got to give credit to that Mustang squad who's fought well this evening. It's been a good game. Quite a few mistakes, as you would expect in the first ball game for each team this year. Quite a few mistakes primarily on the offensive side of the football, but a hard-fought game by both teams, and we are facing 27-17 with 46 seconds remaining. So the Vikings put out their sure hands team here. They've got about 10 players very close to the 10-yard marker there, right at midfield. And we'll watch this, which will be obviously an onside kick, I'm sure. Here it comes, they're moving, and here's the onside kick, and the ball is up in the air, and it's fumbled, and it's moved, and there's a mad dash for the ball, and we'll wait for the official call. Nobody seems to know. Neither team is jubilant here right now. It looks like the Vikings have recovered, and that's the call. The Eastern Vikings recover the kickoff, and they will take possession with 43 seconds remaining. So whatever little hope the Mustangs did have is gone with that recovery by the Vikings, and we're now 1st and 10 with 43 seconds remaining. So I think we'll just see Dawson falling to the ground here to keep the clock moving, but let's see what happens. Dawson under the ball, goes to one knee, and the clock will continue to run 37 seconds, and that's going to bring it very close to the end of the ball game. 2nd and 10 for the Vikings, clock running with 28 seconds remaining. So as we come to the end here, again, we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. It's been a hard-fought game by both teams. We've had some exciting play, we've had some shoddy play at times, but again, the first game of the season, both teams fought well. Both teams should be honored with their display here tonight. And Dawson again to one knee, and we've got 8 seconds, and that's going to do it, folks. So we hope that you've enjoyed our telecast. The Vikings come out victoriously in their first game of the season by a score of 27-17. See you again in the near future, where our next game will be the Camden Catholic game. The Cherokee game, our home game, will be done by Garden State Cable. We look forward to seeing you. Thank you.